We were taught to save every penny, to work hard, play it safe, and someday retire. But what if that whole formula was a myth? Garrett Gunderson's Killing Sacred Cows doesn't just challenge what we've been told about money, it flips the table. This book is a discipline, a wake-up call to stop following the herd and start thinking for yourself. Because real wealth doesn't come from fear, it comes from freedom. The first sacred cow we must kill is the myth of scarcity. We've been trained to believe there's never enough, not enough money, time, or opportunity. But Gunderson teaches us that abundance is a mindset, and it begins when you stop seeing life as a zero-sum game. Jim Rohn said, "What's easy to do is also easy not to do." And choosing abundance is easy if you make it a practice. Identify where fear of lack is running your life. Decisions made from fear of losing instead of vision for gaining. Shift from, "How do I save?" to, "How do I serve?" Remember, the economy doesn't determine your outcome. You do. Scarcity leads to survival. Abundance leads to value creation. One of the most sacred cows we've been sold is the idea of retirement, as if the goal of life is to stop working altogether. But Gunderson calls it what it is, a broken concept built on fear, not fulfillment. Don't just work for a living, work for a life. Here's the truth. If you're doing work you love, you don't dream of quitting. Waiting 40 years to live the life you want is too expensive. Financial freedom isn't about someday. It's about cash flow today. Design your life around value creation, not escape. Use your talents to serve and profit now, not decades later. Retirement is not a finish line. It's a distraction from the real game, contribution. Debt, a four-letter word in most homes. But Gunderson says the real danger isn't debt, it's ignorance. There are two kinds of debt: destructive debt, spending on things that lose value; productive debt, strategic borrowing to create more cash flow. A business owner borrows to expand a service that's already profitable. That's not financial recklessness, it's financial leverage. Ask, does this debt create more value than it costs? Understand interest, cash flow, and opportunity cost. Stop fearing debt. Start mastering it. Fear-based finance will never make you rich. Wisdom-based finance might. We've been told more risk equals more reward. But Gunderson says this myth leads to gambling, not wealth. Use knowledge, not luck. Invest in what you understand. Create rather than chase. Warren Buffett invests in businesses he fully understands. His success is not about risk, it's about clarity. You don't need to gamble to grow, you need to think. Working harder does not automatically lead to wealth. If it did, construction workers would be millionaires. Gunderson reminds us, wealth comes not from effort alone, but from value alignment, doing what you're uniquely gifted at, and finding a way to scale it. Identify your sole purpose, the intersection of your talent, passion, and value to others. Build a business or role around that purpose. Stop trading time for money. Start trading solutions for compensation. You don't need to grind more. You need to align better. Traditional budgeting tells you to cut back, to restrict, to deny. But Gunderson flips this idea. True wealth doesn't come from cutting your life down. It comes from expanding your value out. Focus less on budgeting, more on increasing cash flow. Track spending, yes, but build your wealth through creation, not just conservation. Set up systems that automatically allocate money toward your dreams, not just your bills. Budgeting is a tool, but vision is the engine. Jim Rohn said, "Set a goal to become a millionaire, not for the money, but for what it will make of you to achieve it." Garrett Gunderson's Killing Sacred Cows isn't just about finance. It's about freedom. It's a call to question the lies we've been sold and replace them with truths that empower us to build prosperity from the inside out. Let's recap the sacred cows we've just killed. Scarcity mindset, retirement illusion, all debt is bad thinking, risk equals reward trap, work harder trap, budgeting is wealth belief. Success is not something you pursue, it's something you attract by the person you become. So become someone who questions, learns, creates, and contributes. Comment below. Which money myth are you ready to leave behind?